The following program may contain graphic language, including sexual innuendos, infantile penis jokes, some swearing, and random outbursts about big hairy squatty balls. Viewer discretion is advised. If you're easily offended, fuck right off, piggly wiggly little son of a bitch.
This program may contain adult language, content, and graphic discussion of gore. Parental supervision is required.
Bigfoot, undisputedly the world's most entertaining cryptid. Join the Reverend Jeff Kelly and your old pal Wes as they discuss the best and worst the media has to offer. Movies, books, TV shows, commercials, all on Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly.
That's right, people. If you don't want to hear graphic discussion of gore, this is your chance to check out. Besides that, as Wes says, we say fuck a lot. Yeah. Hey, I'm the Reverend Jeff. Over there, that's your old pal Wes. Freaking Captain Sir Coughs a lot. Sir Wes Losner. We're going to talk about how to mute yourself so you don't bring a cough over the intro next week.
Yeah, well, you know.
Mr. Yeah, that's okay. Mr. Wes Losner of WesLosner.com.
I only have a microphone that is right here.
That's what
Lost Woods, bitches. Are you ready to do this?
Lost Woods, holy crap. Okay,
yep,
so
exactly.
We have to.
It is holy and it is crap.
We have to admit right off, this is definitely not, I repeat, definitely not the movie either one of us expected it to be. And we do have differing opinions about this flick. However, saying that, we're going to go out here and take a little quick peek at the IMDb. Now, I saw this thing. What year was this thing made for? You have no clue.
2014.
That's what I thought it was. It was just last year.
Yeah.
That it came out, and it really, why Deep Woods, Lost Woods. I don't know why I'm thinking about Deep Woods. I don't even know what the hell Deep Woods is. Deep Woods.
I'll tell you.
Well, in 2012. There we go. Lost Woods of 2012. The IMDb channel says it's a story of what happens when a reluctant man is forced to face his fears, which begins a fun camping trip and ends with a fight for survival in the remote forest of the Pacific Northwest. Now, that never really tells us kind of where they are at all.
No.
There's no...
Nor does what you just say at all describe the fucking movie. Because he's not facing fears.
No.
In the movie.
You got Joey Brown stars as the brown fella, Darren.
Yeah, the darky. The dark what I call him.
Darky. Okay, we're gonna be racist about it. Hey, remember, people out there, I'm a half breed. I'm not a white guy.
You started with Brown, so we'll just go.
Well, no, that's the guy's name is Joey Brown. He played Darren. Garrett Van Loon played Warren. Warren, the coolest geek character ever portrayed in a Bigfoot flick. Yeah. Nina Brisson plays Lucy. What did they call her? What was her nickname? Goose. What's up, Goose? Philip Ellering played Ray. Ray was pretty. Now, Ray was the porn stash guy with the shotgun, right?
Yeah.
And then Nathan Ellering, his brother, played George. George was. Was the ultimate warrior. I mean,
the mullet boy.
He literally looked like an 80s wrestler. I mean, it was frigging fantastic. So, let's see here. It was put out. Was this another Lionsgate crapola film?
No, it was a Kings of Horror film.
Well, okay, here we go. Nathan Ellering was the director. Nathan and Philip Ellering directed themselves in The Lost Woods. So,
yeah, it seems like that would be
that would be the case. So let's take it away there. There's Sir Wes.
All right, so as the Red pointed out, Darky is going to be our main character. So he starts out narrating, and you get this like fake ass Linkin Park music starting to play, and then they got this like cartoon kind of
Yeah,
cool,
I was
beginning.
sending you messages like, "Is this a cartoon? What's
Yeah.
going on here? What is this even the right movie?"
But the beginning's kind of telling a story, but you're kind of seeing this story where it's like these kids are just playing with some fireworks.
Yeah, let's like
They're
this
just
up
playing
next.
with fireworks. They're just shooting on fireworks, but they made it seem like they were pulling off the biggest fucking bank heist of fucking times ever seen. But then the cops come and you see this little kid going away, right? Now just pay attention to this, all right? The kid running away, he's got a white t-shirt on, right? And the kid that gets caught, he's got his little striped button-up shirt on, all right? Remember that later. So then we get into channel changing, the movie starting, the dumb songs over, and then it cuts to a news report about a missing person.
Oh my god, worst fake newscast ever. Holy crap. Are you kidding me?
Bro.
I was like, oh my god, you guys are doing this in like, you're working in Sony Vegas in your mom's friggin' basement editing this thing. I know you are, because that's how I do my movies. Holy crap, dude. Are you kidding me?
Then they cut right in the middle of that to Darky. You get to see Darky now. And he is painting as he's putting together models, right? Like models. However, they are little Hot Wheels cars and planes that you see he's just pretending like he's painting. Right. They are tiny as fuck and they are not real models. And so you see this whole like lame fucking scene and shit come out. And then next thing you know, dude comes in and it's the handlebar gay guy fucking dude.
Porn stash.
Yeah, porn stash fucking guy, and he comes in with this big ass fucking dog.
That would be Philip Ellery. Yep, as Ray.
That scares the shit out of the dark dude, and he fucking gets up, he makes a joke about the horse, and I make a joke about the fucking mustache in my notes, like, because you don't get it, but then, like, you're looking at it, it's not a real mustache. All right? So it's a fake one. Like, if you watch the movie, he's got fake mustache, and I'll get to that even later, because there's a point where I noticed something else. But so then they go and like they're setting up this camping trip for this, like group of friends. And like there's a dude in a motherfucking mullet that looks like the ultimate warrior.
Dude, that guy was awesome, man. Yeah. Now that's his little brother Nathan Ellery, who played George. And George was a comic book fiend. And George was my man. I like George.
Yeah, so then
George asks, "Hey, do you mind if we swing by and pick up Warren?"
Yeah.
As though like Warren is the outcast for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
No, never explains why Warren would not be invited. It never has anything to do with any of that. It's just like, well, yeah, dude, sure. So apparently the Ultimate Warrior already invited Warren because Warren's sitting at home with his shit packed and ready to go. And at the last minute decides to say, oh, by the way, I invited this dude. We have to go get him. Yeah. I'd pimp slap him.
But then you kind of realize at that moment that those two have issues, and those two must be the kids from the cartoon.
Right.
In the beginning.
As soon as they showed up and showed Dark Boy, he had the white t-shirt on.
Okay, so they didn't talk. And they hated each other because Home Dude got in trouble because of playing with fireworks. Playing with fireworks. Okay? Right. They were not setting buildings on fire or killing animals. They were shooting.
No, they weren't even blowing up Old Man Johnson's window frame.
Nah. And Johnson will get you. Right in the portal. And so they're driving on their trip, all right? And then you get this real fucking grade A, class A fucking Mel Gibson type acting from this cop with another fake mustache. You gotta pay attention to this shit, right? So then... At this moment, they have this scene with this cop, and the cop waves them down, and they stop, and then suddenly, like, they're on this dirt road, all right? And then in the scene, they pulled over, and now they're on this double lane highway where they have to walk across and get to the cop. And so they're talking to the dude's getting warned by the cop, you know, today some fucking guy's missing and the family's going nuts and you know, be careful out there and fucking handle.
Why they would choose that particular place to film that scene versus, you know, down the fucking road a mile? Wouldn't have even had to.
Oh, dude.
What the fuck?
So at this moment, I wrote in my notes, I doubt everyone's facial hair at this moment. And so they get to their little camp and they're chilling, all right? And fucking they set up bottles to shoot.
I'm excellent with a sidearm. Are you kidding me? I'm a crack shot.
Misses. And then Warren, the geeky glasses, I call him glasses in my notes, he shoots and hits a bottle. So then Darky's like, oh, I gotta do better, and shoots it twice. And then the chick says, food's ready. All right, now get this. She says, food's ready. And he goes, oh, you don't gotta tell me twice. And he just runs off. All right, they all go. The next scene is them all sitting around a non-flaming fire. They tell him, hey, we'll start a fire tomorrow. No one's eating. Chick is going to bed.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm tired.
No one's eating shit. All right. Oh man. So Warren
interrupts Dark Boy trying to get bang bang with Goose.
Yeah, and then there's this whole scene.
Total cockblock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a scene after that where they're talking the comic books and they're talking, and Mullet Boy's explaining how Sasquatch is and how Sasquatch is like there can be only one and it's like a vampire, it's bitten, and then like when one dies, the last victim emerges as the Bigfoot. And so Mullet then fucking after tells us, talking to everybody, just like, I gotta go shit, you know? So he goes to fucking take a shit.
He wasn't going to shit. Oh my God. Do you really write in a masturbation scene into your Bigfoot flick? I mean, is it really, really necessary to see Homeboy looking through the pictures, getting ready to jerk the wanker, and have him experience the first Bigfoot? I mean, seriously.
That's what happened, though, because right after that shit, like, he says he's got to go shit. There's this really, like, weird, like, 20 seconds where fucking Glasses asks Starkey, hey, what happened to your mom, bro?
Yeah, and there was silence.
So then you find out Mullet wasn't going to shit, and then he's going to jerk off, and he's pulling his pants all the way down like a fucking preschooler going to piss at a urinal. And we get Biggie Vision, which, you know, you proved that it's a Bigfoot movie.
Copyright Sir Wes of the Squatchers Slush Podcast and Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly.
Yes, sir. And so the Biggie Vision, and then like Mullet Boy freaks out, and he thinks he sees the creature, and then runs back, and then he like gets to camp, and he's standing there in front of all the guys, and he's got a heart on. And all the guys are making jokes about that, telling him he's seeing shit, and he's just like, "What the fuck, man?" So then,
seriously. When you're scared as shit, something scares the shit out of you. Do you keep the boner? Hell no, man. That's the turtle head.
It's a fear boner, bro. Fear boner.
I've never had a fear boner. I don't know what that is.
You get so scared that you get aroused.
Big hairy squatchy balls.
Anyway, so then right after that scene, you get some Biggie Vision looking at the camp. The sun goes down. Rock and roll, cheap ass fucking music, and then cliff diving into a little tiny pond the size of like a fucking 2-person bathtub. It was great. They were jumping in.
Made me want to go. Yeah, I wanted to be there.
Yeah, so then like after swimming for like 2.5 seconds, they go on this hike and they find like this like smelly ass moss, and they're making jokes that it stinks and shit like that. They walk by this cave. It's clearly like something's breathing in there and shit like that.
Like, with a sign that says free hugs next to it. I mean, it's like, there's going to be a scene there later on.
And I'm just waiting for the music, like, because they're all just marching by like it's parade. Like, no one even fucking acknowledges that they are walking by a huge ass fucking dark, creepy, fucking mossy colored cave.
Yeah.
No one even says things. So then, right after this scene of that fucking shit, where the moss boss, whatever fucking rhyme scene they say that I remember from that shit, they cross paths with these like hunters or whatever the fuck they were, poachers or pot growers,
creepy motherfuckers. That's what they were.
Guys from Bigfoot County trying to butt rape fucking mockumentary investigators. So, anyways, they take fucking Handlebars, I call him Mustache through my notes for the rest of the time. Mustache wants his fucking knife back. He gets pissed off because those poacher fucking butt rapists
put a gun in his face and took his knife.
Took his knife. So then fucking Mullet fucking claims he's a fucking Bigfoot researcher later on in the next scene and talks about how all his research and how some shit is like the reason why it's like putting a stump in his research. Like he can't find the answer because of this. And so then fucking Darky and Mustache are out there. I love the names. Darky and Mustache are fishing and talking, about the shit that's going on. And while the other
the best time to fish is 5:40 a.m.,
Yeah, and Darky makes that, I get up at 5 every day.
I don't want to do that on my vacation.
I hated that fucking guy through the whole fucking movie.
I couldn't wait for him to get killed. I'm like, come on, Biggie.
Just fucking take this guy out.
Take that guy first. Please take him first. But I knew better. He was the star of the film.
So then they all end up going on this hike after they go fishing and shit. And you find out that Darky's mom died like 14 years ago. It
happened when he got arrested and ran away, and when old Warren got caught and whatever the freak happened to him.
A certain amount of years. Or like a year and some time or some shit. Just a year. And then avoided this motherfucker like the plague for 13 fucking years. And then they're all going camping? Like, there's a big hole in that fucking story.
I would kick that dude, like, right in his balls. I mean, if I was Warren, as soon as I saw friggin' Dark, I think he would have to get a friggin' chubby slap. I'd wait for him to go to sleep and, like, feed him to a bear or something. Oh, my God, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, so Mullet forgets the fucking matches and lighters, and so Glasses had to start a fire by rubbing sticks together because he's super duper.
2 sticks together like he was freaking sharpening a knife, dude, and all of a sudden, there's a fire.
It was awesome. So then, like, they're sitting around the fire and they're making AIDS jokes, like we all do that. Like,
we all make AIDS jokes, just,
I mean, that's what you do around the fire.
What happened to Charlie Sheen? I don't know. He spent $1 million and now he's cured.
Yeah, Magic Johnson,
Hey, Quagmire, whoops, better take my cold, flu, cough, and AIDS pills. Oh, I'm cured.
So, right here, it's like, I think we're 48 minutes into the movie, and this is the moment where I realized that Mustache not only is wearing a fake mustache,
but it's crooked.
But his 5 o'clock shadow is makeup. It's not even hair. You see it in so many scenes where it is a complete fake black painted 5 o'clock shadow across this dude's whole face.
All of them are. Warren is like that too. So they must have, like, while they filmed this thing, made them all get up and shave as close as they could to their face in the morning so they could get makeup for their 5 o'clock shadow rather than use their natural 5 o'clock shadow. Well, because the color wouldn't match his fake mustache.
It didn't match. It was black behind the fucking red mustache. It made no sense. But anyways, okay. So we're going on because what they do after this of my epiphany of the fake fucking facial hair in this fucking movie, Darky goes to piss, and he starts singing to himself. And then Mustache is pissing right next to him and sings with him. And then you get fucking Glasses, who joins in. And, of course, Mullet to top it off. And we have a full-on barbershop quartet musical while these guys are all holding their dicks and pissing into probably the back lot of some movie studio, but we listened to them sing this entire song. So that was one awesome fucking moment.
It was like it turned into Bigfoot, the musical.
Yeah. Oh. While pissing. I think that's where they figured, well, fuck, the producer told me to piss off the rest of the fucking script, so this is where we'll piss the fucking movie off, I guess. So then Mustache is out, and he's on his, like, nightly, I'm pissed off at the world because my knife got taken by some butt rapists. And, like, jaunt in the woods, and he hears a tree fall. And then Mullet pops up like he's riding Mustache like a backpack, like a hiking sack. He pops up on his shoulder like Yoda, like just looking around like, what was that?
Oh, watch out, Scooby. There was a noise out there.
Yeah. So then you get this really fucking weird scene with Darky. He wakes up and he's in a dream. You're obviously in a dream because they're doing that shaky dream cam, like, you know. So like he's like wearing dog tags and he's bloody and he's like fucking walking through the desert, and he goes on this long walk and just shows him different scenes of like him from far away walking on rocks and shit like that. And then he sees Biggie.
Another totally, completely useless scene.
Yeah. He sees Biggie at the top of this cliff just looking at him, and he's looking at him, and he's bloody, and he's holding a knife, and he's just looking at Biggie. And then you're getting like scenes of like this dog walking in the fucking woods, and then you get the scene of Biggie and the bloody hand, and then the dog walking in the woods in a completely different fucking environment because dude is in the desert in Arizona looking at Biggie, and the dog is in the Pacific Northwest fucking digging through fucking mossy fucking roots and shit. And so this just makes no sense. And then fucking the scene cuts to dude, and he's holding the fucking knife, and it's stabbed in the Bigfoot. Then the Bigfoot grabs the knife, and then dude wakes up. So then the dogs bark, and then they go and fucking. You hear this like, you know, like you're realizing he's awake from this now, and now everybody's just. You heard a dog barking, but then the scene is everybody's looking for the dog. So then it's just
heard it. It was there.
So, and it was very fucking close.
Right.
You know, so I don't think that dog wants to come back is the problem. He took his collar off and said, fuck these guys. They're looking for fucking monsters. I'm a dog. I don't know.
Out of here. Well, you always hear the dogs get it first. Yeah. When the Bigfoot comes into camp, the dogs always get. The dogs are the black guys of the friggin' Bigfoot.
I was just about to say that. The dogs are the black guys in Bigfoot movies.
That's right. They're the red shirts on Star Trek.
Yep. So fucking, there's that whole scene, dude, mustache and fucking smudge mouth flip out because of the dog. So then they hear a roar and some gunshots, and so they end up running back to the camp, and they find Mullet just stabbed with, like, I don't know what the fuck he was stabbed with.
Tree limb or something, dude. Yeah. I mean, it was just like clean through his liver. We're going to pull this out. We're going to pull this out and get you some help. Okay, here. Just a little tip from the Reverend Jeff. If your friend is stabbed through the liver with a stick, don't pull it out. Just take him to the doctor. Leave it in there, because if you pull it out, he's going to bleed to death. It's at least plugged up. Just leave it where it is and take his ass to the doctor. And maybe they can save him. I ain't even promising they can save him, but maybe they can save him. But if you pull it out, there's a 100% guarantee that your friend's gonna die right then and there.
And he does. He dies. Mullet's dead, everybody.
Biggie 1, douchebag 0.
So they bury Mullet and they put a little stick there.
Yeah, what's up with that? You're not even gonna like get up and take him out of their home to mom. No, fuck no. You just dig a shallow grave and put up a crossover stick and call it good. Sorry, little brother.
We'll come back for you in the morning, they said. Yeah, so they bury him and they load up on weapons, Matrix style.
Oh yeah. I need
homeboy.
Lots of guns.
Yeah, we need something to defend ourselves. So they go to fucking Mustache Smudge Face, and he goes, well, let's go to my 1976 pickup truck, which is not only a 76 pickup truck, but if you pull the front seat down like this, it is the Men in Black artillery system, and it has every gun you need. America. Dude had everything: percussion grenades, chainsaws, fucking just
shit that could never actually fit in that truck and still drive.
Yeah.
But
I think I saw the
matter.
Predator's gun. Like it was like
the noisy cricket was in there somewhere.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like it was nuts. So they load up on guns, which no one uses.
Not a single bullet. I
don't remember a whole lot of gun shooting in this movie, but there's some. But
yeah, there's a little
like
bit.
What you
would think what they're loaded up
not
for.
Not what you're expecting
right.
after the fucking thing you just saw. So then Darky is the next.
The cops must have come by the movie lot and told them they had to keep the noise down, so that reduced the gunfire shots.
Yeah. We gotta be out of here by 7:30, Gary.
My uncle said that the elk hunters are gonna be back here in the morning, so we gotta be done.
So Darky is next to Mullet's grave, all right, and is sitting there sad, holding the comic book, like I just lost my friend. Oh, hey, loosey goosey, let's make out.
Yeah,
so they make out.
That's creepy.
And then
that's creepy. Do you really want to make out with Goose the day that your good friend Mullet died?
You're
is that really on your brain?
His corpse is still warm
and next to you. You're sitting on his grave, and
you're sitting above it.
You're gonna stick your tongue in
hands are still dirty from pushing the dirt over his bloody body. So,
and did they take? I don't even remember whether they took that damn stick out or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you'd see it sticking out of the fucking grave, I guess.
Yes.
Maybe that was the stick that made
the cross. They just nailed a cross section on that sucker.
You're like, why waste time? Mustache, look, I got this, bro. So right after that, there's this like where they have a plan, okay? Like because Mustache Smudge Face is super smart and super Merca, he gets this plan to kill this thing or whatever, the hunters, the buttfuckers, whatever.
Everybody's dying.
Yeah.
My brother's dead, so I'm killing everything. Fuck the bullshit.
So they got their walkie-talkies, they're all in positions and everything, and then Glasses, like right when they begin. Right at the very beginning, like, all right, we're ready. All right, open your eyes. Be alert. Glasses. I'm going to go take a shit, guys. So then he's off to go to the bathroom. And then what happened? Like, literally, they're about to begin this search. And the dude, Darky and Goose are passed the fuck out. They're just asleep right there. Yeah, don't worry. We got you. Roger that. So, like, then fucking Glasses sees Biggie, and then you see that Biggie has these, like, glowing fucking eyes that are fucking...
blinky eyes. That was the first CGI spot.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible. But they had a costume. That's the thing. There was definitely a third costumed person in this movie interacting with these fucking actors.
Yeah.
And it must have looked so shitty on screen that they went, fuck, All right, get the CGI out, boys. We got to do something with this trash.
Yeah, so Biggie takes the glasses and pulls them off into the woods, all right, and screams, and everybody's freaking out, all right. So then fucking Mustache gets in this huge, very shaky, dramatic walkie-talkie chase scene with Mustache and fucking Bigfoot, and then Mustache gets caught in a fucking bear trap.
Oh,
Yeah, and so
that's one of my fears, man. I swear to God, because you're not allowed to use some things anymore, but people do. Oh, I couldn't gnaw my own fucking leg off. I'd be screwed. I'm gonna have to die. You got to hope there's a sharp rock or something you can cut your leg off with or something. Oh,
so Darky goes to help Mustache, and then Biggie comes and then grabs the chick, Goose, or whatever the fuck her name is, and then Mustache accidentally shoots the chick.
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm gonna save you. Here, I'll shoot you in the fucking gut. Bam! Take that, Goose.
They were like you anyhow, bitch.
You like Darky over me.
At least
put this makeup on my face for you.
At least the Bigfoot won't want to eat you now.
Yeah. Eat you. Anyway,
I was waiting for you to get it. That was one of them joke grenades. It takes 2 or 3 seconds for it to sneak in.
Well, I do have one of those slow brains, as
Yeah,
people
that's
like
okay.
to point out.
That's all right.
But anyway, so Mustache has a drunken, you failed your friends, you're a loser, and a failure of a man montage walk in the woods.
It's like,
where he sees like the last like 5 scenes back in his head, and they just play it like fast motion for you.
It's like, thanks, we just watched the last 48 minutes of this movie, but all right, let's watch it again.
Yeah. So then he meets up with Biggie, and there's like this shooting and chase scene, and he's throwing fucking grenades at Bigfoot and shit like that. And then we get to the what the fuck moment for me of the night. Now, gotta love this movie. Gotta love them and the glory that it is, because they put all the money they had left into CGI. They at least got a suit, they got a shitty mask, and they said, hey, we could just put some blinking LEDs in here and have you look pretty scary with glowing eyes. And then we'll CGI the rest.
Right.
Well, their budget must have got shut off a quarter into the movie, and then yeah, so you get 5 seconds in my what the fuck moment of where they CGI the mask of the Biggie, and it just looks like a puppet going.
How did that go?
For literally like 2 seconds. So then, like after this scene, right? Like Darky falls off this cliff, right? And then Glasses like saves him, and you find out Glasses is alive, but he's fucked. Like he's like ripped up in the gut area and shit. All right. So then they team up and they put aside their differences, and they're gonna fight Biggie, right?
My mama died too. You're not the only one who lost anybody, you douche. Now suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
So then Darky has this like fucking montage memory of his dad, like telling him to be a man and shit. Like, so like, every hero's got to have that moment where it's like, yeah, I got to do this because my dad.
You could have heard a pin drop when Johnny stopped and locked the door.
So then you cut to the scene, right? And then the hunters are just like sitting around talking shit to each other, and then dude's like, you notice that smell by the creek? And next thing you know, he's getting his ass handed to him by fucking Biggie. Yeah, so like then like they plot off this whole thing where fucking Darky comes in and he
Darky comes in.
Sorry, 1 second there. Darky comes in, he lights a fire on a fucking TP, like and shoots his only bullets he had up into the air to get the Bigfoot's attention, all to only have his gun jam as soon as the Bigfoot shows up, and him have to fucking run. And as he runs, I'm noticing that their walkie-talkies that they're using. Now, this is 2012, the movie, right? This is coming out and they're portraying. They are using 1912 or 1916 walkie-talkies, I believe.
Yeah, they were definitely 1960s at least.
Holy yeah, they were crap, big, boxy, ugly. Yeah, so then you're getting the Biggie vision, and then there's this like whole Mexican standoff with, you know, Bigfoot in the fire and Darky, and they're like sitting there, and he's got the fucking, he's holding the gun, and it's like you're in the scene like, duh, it's jammed. Remember, dumbass? Like, why are you still holding it? You know, and he's still got the gun in his hand. You see this whole thing, and then. So then they snare Biggie, and then like he's like, where they had the time to fucking find this boulder and manipulate it to fucking push it off this cliff, where it's got rope and tied to Biggie's leg, where it pulls Biggie, and Biggie's holding on for dear life, but then Biggie gets pulled, and it was pulled off the cliff and into the water of the swimming hole that they were just swimming in, where they want to go back to. So then they're all like, oh, I gotta go see him, make sure he's dead. So then they go down there, there's fucking bubbles, and they're just watching, and it's bubble, 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 bubble. Bubble, he's dead. Let's fucking rest right here on the beach of our victory.
Must have come from the Acme Rock Trap Company.
Yeah. So then Biggie comes back and fucking hands it to fucking Glasses again, and fucking
that poor guy.
Yeah. So then fucking grabs Darky and fucking through the fucking power of walkie-talkie interference and science and space-time continuum and several goldfish and a fucking power bar.
Posture digitize.
Yeah, he psychometrized the fuck out of it and fucking got away. And Darky escaped from Bigfoot and he could have just went, wee, 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 wee. Yeah, he probably would have scared him anyways, you know, because that's basically what he did. So then fucking he goes through all this like elaborate fucking climbing and rock climbing and gets up on this other side of this fucking, like they peer back and it's like 80s flick of the Grand Canyon, and then it comes back and then fucking you're like noticing he's just on this like one little ridge and shit like that, and then it peers back, it's Grand Canyon and
stock footage.
Yeah, and then they fucking show Biggie, and Biggie CGI jumps fucking the Grand Canyon like evil fucking Knievel across.
A double front flip, yeah.
It's just like the fucking Dukes of Hazzard going over the fucking thing, and oh, the Duke boys are sure gonna fuck up now. You know? So then it fucking cuts in. Biggie's made it across and shit. So then dude like fucking goes and he's got his fucking
machete.
Yeah. So he's got his machete, chops off fucking Biggie's arm, and he runs and he falls in a pile of sticks, and he's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? What the fuck am I gonna do? Oh, Biggie can't see me if I'm sitting still. Dog shit. All right, yeah. Let me put dog shit on my face here. He wipes dog shit on his face like that's gonna fucking hide him from Bigfoot. And Biggie walks up, grabs him by his neck, and fucking just pulls him right the fuck out.
Congratulations, you now have dog shit on your face for nothing.
Yeah. So then he's through like hitting him or some shit. He gets him to the point where he can fucking stab him. What does he fucking do? He has a little fucking memory of fucking dude mustache telling him, oh, if I was hunting a bear, I'd go to the bear's den and sneak up on the bear so he doesn't know you're coming, so you can really kill it. Well, guess what, idiot? You don't have to sneak up on it. It's right in fucking front of you.
Right, exactly.
So what does he do? Oh, I'm going to fucking run 10 miles back to the fucking cave we saw because I had a memory of smelly moss. So he fucking goes back to the cave.
We have to have the cave scene. You know, I mean, it was noted earlier in the show. It's almost like Hitchcock.
Yeah. So then, dude fucking goes in there and he stabs Biggie. And in that moment, he stabs Biggie because Biggie just is right behind him the entire fucking time. They basically held hands and walked to the fucking cave together. I don't want to kill you here. I don't want to kill you here. Let's go back to your house. I want to kill you in your house, Biggie. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna die anyhow.
Yeah, so they fucking go, and then fucking he sees fucking mustache, ass up and face down in the mud and shit, and takes his gun out of his ass and shit that Biggie placed in there, and starts shooting Biggie in the stomach and all that shit. So then he starts shooting Biggie, and he's in fucking. He's got the machete and stuff, and then you're seeing this like transition of Glasses and fucking Biggie, and as Biggie's getting shot, Glasses is having like these beams of woo light coming out of him, like fucking Woo Johnson's portal is just fucking bursting from his chest. Like it is just like every gunshot. This gun is a 6-bullet revolver, but shot like 19 times. It was awesome.
It was like Smith in the Matrix.
Yeah, it was miracle fucking revolver. So then he gets to this last thing, and fucking Glasses is like mid Squatch werewolf, transformation, and then fucking the Biggie goes for one last attempt at Darky. And fucking Darky just lops the fucker's head off. And then next thing you know, Glasses is full on Squatch man. So there can be only one, and the new Squatch, rises. And so then the fucking dude's like, yeah, okay, cool, I'm a man now. The dog comes back. The dog's like, great, you killed that fucking guy. All right, let's get out of here. So then there's another fucking excellent fucking news report right after that, right? So then it's talking about what's been going on and how the body's been found next to 4 other graves and shit like that and stuff. So then fucking dude's like just strolling fucking train tracks with a shotgun, like Ash versus the Evil Dead style and shit, with a fucking flannel and a beard now, like, because he found fucking Mustache's makeup and smeared it on his face, so he's a man now, and he's got the fake little like French Pierre mustache on his shit. So then he's sitting there and he's fucking walking, and then like the whole fucking like mind blown thing of this fucking stupid movie, because the movie's over now, is that during all the camping, the Darky and Glasses are wearing the same thing from the cartoon in the beginning.
Yes, they are. Through the entire camping episode, they match up to being the little kids, like as if they just went out and found adult clothes that matched the exact clothes that they were wearing. Well, they got all fucked up in the beginning. Now, I'm going to ask you something. Do you realize who the original Bigfoot was?
No.
The original Bigfoot was his dad. His dad went missing in those mountains up there. His dad was attacked by the Bigfoot.
I thought his dad just wandered off after his mom died or something.
Well, no, he disappeared up in those woods, and nobody knew. They never found a body or nothing. So that original Bigfoot was his dad.
They had so much backstory.
Yeah,
effort towards the fucking movie.
Exactly, towards the cinematography. The script was probably pretty good, but it was their first attempt at bringing a movie to life. And I would say that the guys, they got it out. It was definitely.
You know what? I've watched it 3 times.
Yeah, I've seen it 3 or 4 times now. It's definitely a movie.
It's a movie.
We
agree on it.
When I hadn't seen it for a while.
We're not gonna say if it's good. We're not gonna say. Well, I'll say it's bad, but I ain't gonna say it's good. But
when I hadn't seen it for a while, and then I actually sat and watched it, I told Les, I was like, "Oh, I remember this one. I kind of like the goofy mullet guy. I'm gonna enjoy it when he gets killed." But all the same, it's still a watchable Bigfoot movie, and I'm glad it at least exists.
Yeah, I think Mullet Boy makes the fucking movie.
The jerk off scene was just like that was my what the fuck moment. I'm like, really, guys? full ass and everything. I mean, ass down to your fucking knees. Is that how that works out in the woods? You're gonna
That's how you do it, bro.
There's like bugs and shit out there that'll crawl up your asshole, dude. You don't let shit like that exposed in the woods. It just doesn't work out so good. But wow. Yeah,
what's the point? What the fuck's the point of fucking bringing the toilet paper? I mean, if you're in the woods, the fuck are you gonna put it on paper for? That's what I don't understand. I'd be aiming.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Come here, little raccoon.
Oh man, that's gonna do it. That's gonna wrap up our discussion of Lost Woods because I just can't take it.
Skeet.
That's right. We want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching this silly mess.
Especially Mary. She's our favorite.
That's right. You know, if you enjoy the show, leave a comment on YouTube, click the like button, click the dislike button. Tell the world, pound BEW rules. That's right. Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching, and may the Squatch be with you.
In your portal. Lost Woods.
Next week, join us for Happy Camp. That's right.
Not the Town, the movie.
That's right.
With the same people from Bigfoot County. Same butt rapers and all.
Yay us.
Prepare for